Crazy time, right? And I think well, I am fortunate that I am working from home. As Madeline was saying, there are hundreds of thousands of Australians right now who don't have a job. My heart goes out to them. For anyone watching this, if you do have a family member, a loved one, a friend or a colleague, please reach out if they don't have work. It's also the gig economy. It's the hospitality industry. There are so many people struggling right now. So just to acknowledge, while I had a tough day on Tuesday, I've still got a job, and we all need to adapt, right? We're all going through this together.
That's absolutely right, Andrew. And for those who are at home, I know a few parents, my younger sister included, who's got 3 girls, she's trying to now homeschool. What kind of advice do you have for them?
When this does get back to normal, give your teachers, give them a massive hug. I love school teachers. I've worked from home for 20 odd years, Michael and Lisa. Like, I've had different businesses, and even when I had a full-time role at KPMG, I still tried to work from home for half a day or a day a week. I'm really efficient working from home when I work from home by myself. But on Tuesday morning, I had a meeting at 9:30, and Michaela's 11, so she got into it. There she is on the laptop, and Archer's 8. And I went in at one stage, and I thought he was going well, and he's playing Roblox. and we couldn't find his power cord for his laptop. And then we got into Google Classroom, and he said, "Dad, what's my password?" I said, "Mate, I don't know." He said, "Oh, I changed my password so other people can't bust me." Busted him. So it was a disaster. And then I took this sales call. I went for a walk. I came back, and he's saying, "I'm going to punch you in the head." And they're fighting, and I'm trying to do a sales call, and the dog peed over the balcony. And there's food everywhere. It was an example of what not to do. So, Michael, in the introduction, you said even performance coach.
Yep.
I wasn't a performance coach Tuesday. I was cranky. It was a disaster.
Hey, Andrew, we're showing pictures of Robert Kelly, the BBC dad, whose kids' antics ran around the world.
I still laugh
so
about this.
what tips have you got? And then what tips have you got for people working from home to A, prevent this sort of hilarity ensuing, but also so they can keep to something resembling a schedule over the course of the day?
First tip, Michael, when you're doing live TV crosses, lock the door.
Yes.
So we put a routine together. I pulled the parachute around morning tea, and we all sat down as a family. My partner, Tony, is pregnant as well, so she's due in 6 weeks. So that's adding a little bit more excitement to this challenge for us. So we said, look, we've got to get this sorted. So we actually did a timetable. So if I look up on my office wall at the moment, we've actually got a timetable, 8 a.m. walking school bus. We still prep our snacks at 8:30 because the kids, like Archie at 11 a.m. ate his dinner for that night. He put the muscle curry.
And I'm assuming Archie's not the dog.
No. Well, sometimes it's hard to work that out because Archie ate his masama, and then I went back in, Lisa, not long after, and he's in bed with the dog because I set him up with his work plan, and he had to do a story on Gruffalo, and he said, "Oh, I was tired and Toby's tired, so we're having a rest and talking about Gruffalo." It was a disaster. But then we start at 9 a.m. And I actually got a school bell on my mobile, so I'm ringing the school bell at 9 a.m. We're having crunch and sip at 10:15. We're having little lunch at 11:30, and big lunch at 1 o'clock. And we have lunch with our buddies, and then we go outside and we played handball, and we rescued the day. I was tired that night. I was fatigued that night, but it was better the following day. So for any parents, any carers watching this, I feel the challenges with you. Get a routine. If you don't have a routine, you'll end up having my experiment on Tuesday, and that's not pretty.